Yep, this is what you do on a podcast, baby. Yeah, so I don't remember how it sounded, but I do hear myself now. It sounds okay. So I'm guessing. I've always wanted to do a one microphone podcast. So I want to get your last name right. Esquivel, right? Esquivel. So this is Joe Esquivel, the comedian that's put in the microphone. What are you going to do that? Anyway. Well, we haven't been done. Oh, well, this might be fun. So anyways, so yeah, give me that one, then that one. So we're gonna untangle the cord as we speak live. This is the type of content you guys want. Okay, you need this content right now. Live. This is doing. And then I'm gonna pour my tecate. And untangle. No. This is the beer choice we're doing. Tecate. Yeah, and then you drink this shit. So anyways, when you work for free, you got that. So now I take that, plug it into my channel 2, and you ready? Hello?
What's up?
Hello?
How's it going?
Hello?
Hey.
There you go.
All right. Yeah. See that? You figured it out. And this is what you add in the applause. Yeah. Just after cuts, after edits, just applause right now.
Thumbs up. Cheers to episode 8, I'm guessing. Number 8, I'm guessing. Yes. Hello.
Cheers.
Yeah. So I don't know how it sounds on the other end, but obviously, hopefully, this one will find out right now. And no, right now.
The old test. All right.
See, so something has to be tweaked here?
I'm not gonna lie, that sounded like a really dope techno song right then and there.
But something has to be tweaked here. Let me go to 9. No, 11. So 11 should be sounding a lot more better.
Is it? Okay. All right.
But I wish I had headphones to this. But you know, headphones to that to see how it sounds.
There you go.
And then you can talk into either one. We can make sure.
All right.
Sorry.
It's all good, man. I think it's pretty cool that you're learning all this, man.
Yeah, I'm learning as I go.
Yeah.
Definitely. See now? Ooh.
Interference.
You look.
So you go ahead and continue talking.
Okay. I am talking right now. How's it going, everybody? How y'all doing out here? Oh my God. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just like, I don't know what's going on right now. Like, it's just like you're just stepping off camera. So this is a one-man podcast that's been commandeered by me, Joe Esquivel. That's what this is now. Whatever it was before, who knows? You just started watching this tonight, so even you don't know. No, I'm just kidding. But we're here, Tristan Shop Talk, TST baby. What's going on, y'all? My name's Joe. Yeah. Huh? How's it going? How's it going, Tristan? You're just in the back now? You're doing my one-man show. You're recording my one-man show now. This is because this is my podcast. Don't forget it. Please don't forget it. I already forgot my beer. Oh, this is where I had it. You see? I didn't forget it. That's what you do. Don't forget it. God, no. How's it sounding? He's in the background. He's just looking at the video now. Like that's all he's doing. All right.
It is working fine.
All right, well, let me introduce you. Ladies and gentlemen, the host of the show, Daniel Tristan.
Hello. Yeah, so it is working fine on the other end.
It is working fine.
It is working fine.
So,
and you sound good on the other end.
All right, and I assume you sound good as well.
Sound that is going, so that's a good thing. So yes, welcome to TST podcast.
Okay, do you usually look at the camera or do you look at the person?
I don't know. Kind of. I've mixed it up from the first episode to this episode. So it's like we can look at the camera. I guess.
It feels weird to look at something recording you while also looking at yourself at the same time. Like this is just because
it's like different dimensions.
Yeah, I don't want to look at you. I just want to look at my side stomach right now. God damn! It's bulging. Oh shit! It's bulging. I'm asking if I should sit like this the whole time. Just like, no, I'm just fucking.
However you want.
Look, this is the stance of a man. Okay, this is how the man sits. So it's all you need to know. You see, no, just fucking. Nah, what's up?
No, what's up? We cheers, right?
Let's cheers again.
Yeah, boom.
Oh.
Tecate is not sponsoring us. No.
Oh, really? I call them tecantes. That's what.
What shirt is this?
What?
What shirt is this?
SM48. Yeah, sure, Mike SM48. You can find that on Amazon. Probably $34.99. It's on sale. Okay, it was 40. Now it's 39, and it's going back to 34 next week. Okay, remember that, guys.
There you go. Because when you saw it, you were like, "This is a sure SM40." Yeah, like, goddamn.
Yeah, I was like, I can afford this. This I can do. The SM72. No, I can't afford that. No. That's out of my price range. I was like, that's the cheapest one. Cool, I get that.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Welcome. We've been talking about this. We've been. I don't know. We met at a bar.
Hell yeah.
We met at a bar.
We met at a bar. Which bar was it? I'm trying to remember right now. This is how good of friends we are. I'm not gonna lie. It's because I'm like, which bar did we meet at specifically? Because I've been to many bars.
I'll be honest. I'll come out with some truth. Yeah, this is one of my drunken where I just wandered Houston and I just wandered bar to bar and then I was like, hey, boom, man, hey. And you're like, hey, man. And then it was kind of just you worked at the door, yeah, okay. And then as far as I know, it was just exchanging of words. And then I knew about the skit. Well, I knew about Back of the Bus around the corner. Yes. And then you started telling me about that. And then you were telling me you would go over there and go on stand up. Yeah. And then I was trying to get up there and go on stand up.
Okay.
And then,
so the gist of this is we met at the secret group where I was working as a bouncer. Yeah, I was a bouncer at the Secret Group.
Yeah.
If you don't know, the Secret Group is a comedy club in Houston, and it's in East Downtown.
Yeah. So
2101 Polk Street.
So thanks to Secret Group, that's how this kind of meeting got to this point. And this is actually, this is post, no, this would be pre, what would be
post-pandemic?
Post-pandemic.
Yeah. Pre-post-pandemic.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's when we met. Yeah.
So it's like your prequel to what is occurring now. Yeah, right? Yeah.
This isn't the prequel, but yes, when that happened, it isn't considered a prequel, yeah. And if you want more content like this, go on his Patreon, okay? I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
or go get those prequels in those Patreons. Yeah.
But then I would tell him stories of things that I don't know, those things I was going through at that time. But anyways, that was back to where I was hanging out at bars, and then so then I met Joe, and then he was telling me he's a comedian, and then the podcasting was never even to this point, but now we're on the podcast now, which is pretty cool. And but in the in-between part, yeah, Secret Group, fucking going there Back of the Bus on Thursday nights, which I was like,
I'm gonna stop doing the camera thing because it was just a bit, and I want to talk to you now. Okay, this is
yeah. I started like I was actually like looking at the crowd. Like,
I know it felt kind of weird, right? See,
audience,
okay,
right?
this is the first time I've ever been on camera, so I have no clue, like either to you or me or there. Where are we going? Like,
There's people there.
let's just.
They're there.
All right.
No, it's fine.
I just want this now. I need that social interaction.
Okay. No. Well, then we do another cheers. Cheers.
Oh shit! Oh, we're gonna cheers every time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. At a certain point,
Hell yeah.
you know what's gonna happen next. Okay.
Okay. Cheers.
Boom, boom, boom. Another cheers.
Okay. Cool. So yeah.
But yeah, I did work at the secret group. Man, this is a cool transition. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
Used to work at the secret group, and that was fun. It was fun. I started there when I was like 6 months in. A comedy. 6 months doing comedy.
Cool.
All right. But yeah. I don't know. Like it was fun. Like I guess you're wondering how I got into comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when I was like 24, I was working at HEB as a Night Stalker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Life was going terrible. It was terrible. Like my mom was on drugs, and my dad was a fucking alcoholic and shit like that. So I grew up like that, and I grew up in the hood. I grew up in A-Leaf, right?
Yeah.
Dog, have you ever been to A-Leaf?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a hood, right?
Well,
it's a small little hood. It's not like
it's kind of in between.
it's dangerous, but like a little bit, you know.
But not
it's one of those,
too
yeah,
dangerous, but
yeah,
and like you can expect to walk out there and be like, well, I gotta be careful where I'm going.
exactly. It's like the minorities there can go to college, you know. And I went to college, so yes.
Yeah, that made me, because I went to, okay, yeah, because I went to, no, I agree, because my brother lived over there. He raised his daughters.
No kidding. Yeah, I have family over there still.
Right there off of Belford.
Okay, my brother
They take the very beginning of A-Leaf.
Yeah,
and then they would now they live in Sugar Land.
Oh, coincidentally, my brother he works at HEB, and he lives really close to the HEB near Richmond.
Okay.
Yeah. That's wild, man. But like, grew up with that. Crazy shit happened in my life. And then 24, I was just like, fuck, man, my life sucks. I need something in my life. And like, comedy has always been there, even when I was a kid. Like, when I was younger, I used to watch Comedy Central all the time. And Comedy Central back in the day, probably early 2000s, they were just posting like comedy specials of like Dave Chappelle, Carlos Mencia, who else? Chris Rock, Cat Williams, like all these really funny comics. So Carlos Mencia, look, I heard he steals. I don't know. I'm back here again. Okay, I heard there's stories of Carlos Mencia like taking other people's bits for himself and repurposing it and doing it on stage. So like, it kind of sucks because like he's Hispanic and it just like puts a bad name on our name. Like, because like, oh, he steals, typical Mexican, you know? Yeah. I hear that in my head. I was like, okay, who the fuck cares, man? I'm Mexican, so what?
Yeah, but Carlos Mencia, but he was funny. You're right, because he was funny. I thought he was funny.
So my point is, when I was a kid, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is funny. I liked it. Yeah. But also, I feel like I have to say a Hispanic comic. Oh, Paul Rodriguez, yeah.
Freddie Soto.
Remember,
I think we talked about him, right?
We did.
Yeah, Freddie Soto was like my ideal kid.
He was in LA, right? LA comic?
Yeah, but he passed away.
I heard,
from pills. Passed away from pills and alcohol.
Damn.
But see, I think my belief, because I kind of did I saw a documentary. Was like he was the one that was before George Lopez, as in a Latin star breaking through.
Really?
Because when he had a pilot. The pilot episode was with his dad, not his actual dad, but it was based on his material, which was his dad, and the material was what was it? God damn it. Anyway, it was one of the sayings that he had in his bit, and then they named the show after it. But his dad would be the main of the show, which him and his dad would always be at it. And then they did the pilot. The pilot didn't make it through. And then, I guess he went back on the road and then he passed away.
Oh, man.
But what was so strange about it is that his dad ended up passing on his birthday, that was even more of a weird coincidence.
Really?
Yeah, because it was almost like he became successful and his material was almost based around the fact that his material was all around his father, which he kind of, I think like I said, it was some weird like shit where he passed away, and then his dad ended up passing away later on his birthday. So it was almost coincidental. Wow. Yeah, it was weird. And the documentary said that.
That's crazy.
And then the mom had no regret on either death, which was also kind of strange. But I'm not saying it was strange. It was more like she had no regret because she said she enjoyed like both of their interactions with each other, and then they would make a joke about everything, even though his dad was a pain in the ass. Like he would still make a joke about it, and then of course his material, and then of course his comedy was towards that. Then he got his break, but then boom, the pilot didn't make it. And I think that was during that UPN bullshit. Remember, like I hate to say it, but during the time it was like UPN was kind of like, I guess, what would be like not ABC, CBS, but it was more like a diverse fucking channel in a sense.
What you're trying to say is BET Light. I get it. Yeah. I get that's what you're saying.
Trying to come completely correct. But, but that's what I'm saying. Like, like
I could say that because I'm brown.
So, but it didn't make it. And then that's what I said. I think it's down.
I do remember UPN and all those like urban shows and stuff like that. But there were some pretty cool
Moesha.
Oh, dog. I fucking love Moesha.
Yeah, Moesha.
Yeah. And then there was this one, I forgot the name. It was Up Something, but it was a single father and he was an anchorman. And then he would always have this line at the end. It was like, all right, Los Angeles, see you later. And I was like, I don't know what. All I remember is that. Like, for some reason, that just stuck with me. Yeah. See you later. I was like, what is this show?
I don't know what that one is. I don't know. I just like, watching you try to describe it.
Well, there was a younger daughter, Kyla Pratt, was on that. She fine as hell, I'll tell you that.
See you later. But I remember Moesha was on there. I don't know. There's a few other shows. I don't know why Moesha sticks out to me.
Yeah, Moesha.
But anyway, so like, I think in the documentary actually explained how, like Freddie Soto was one of the actual stars that was breaking through.
Oh, Martin.
Martin. Yeah.
I remember Martin.
But see, Adam Sandler actually brought Freddie Soto on one of his movies, which was Spanglish. And then he played he was out washing a car for some reason. And then the woman in the movie, which was one of the main stars, she like needed to have. She only spoke Spanish in the movie, obviously. That was her character, and then Freddie Soto had to translate. And then that was his little famous scene, and then obviously, so he was getting attention from other comedians or other people that he was finding his way, and. But then, of course, he passed away, which kind of sucked,
That does suck.
Because, dude, his shit was, like, on point. His shit was just, like you can actually just, I feel like any comedian that can just describe something and then all of a sudden you're so, like, you're just there because you're there obviously watching the comedian. And then in your head, you sync to what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But he was always specific. And then the way he would, I guess he would speak the words of his dad, trying to, speak Spanish, and then it would just be his dad, getting pissed off because he couldn't find something that he had sent his son to go look for, and then it was just the Spanish, the English fucked up, where he's talking to his dad back and forth, and it would you just could picture it. Mm-hmm. But like I said, it sucked because it made it to a pilot, and then the pilot didn't make it through. But I was like, because then a little later, that's when George Lopez made it through. And George Lopez, I feel that's what, George Lopez, he even talked about it, that he caught his break with Sandra Bullock, where she was like, yo, I'm fucking here. Here's the money. Just still do what you do. And I don't know.
Yeah.
Just do what you do.
Yeah.
And then he was like, okay. And he was just kind of starstruck, like, what the fuck? Like they're actually letting me
Do this
get
show.
over to the other side, and I'm fucking a Mexican, fucking from LA, you know. And but like his shit was dark too, though, you know.
Yeah, but he had a lot of relatable jokes too. From Hispanics, very, very relatable to Hispanics.
Which are typically fucking hardcore and typically, I mean, I hate to say it, but like how you were saying earlier, you know, I mean, hard lives, I would say. I don't even want to, because like my dad, my mom, same shit. Like my dad's had a, you know, Vietnam vet out of the 60s, gets back home, you know, people weren't really happy about Vietnam, rough times, just ups and downs, you know, oil boom. Everybody lost their jobs, trying to find a job, being, you know, it's just ups and downs. So like, you know, on my end too, you know, with you know, family and shit too, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I think it's relatable. That's why I think we're kind of getting on the whole relatable to like, you know, like Hispanic or, you know, Hispanic comedians, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They come from like hard lives, but then shit, comedy comes out of it because that's the only way to look at shit. The only way to look at shit is also to have fucking just a laugh about something. That's, you know, I don't know. I need to laugh. I need to laugh every day.
Yeah, I laugh all the time. Like
I need to make a joke of something.
Well, yeah, like after watching Comedy Central all the freaking time, I just got used to it. But it's like more American comedy. Like I've seen some comedians and some Mexican and Hispanic comedians on a special. They're just doing like 10 minutes, but all in Spanish. And it's like their comedy is like 10, maybe 15 to 20 years behind the US's and their idea of comedy.
Yeah.
It's like it's Catskills, hacky like stuff. And it's like they do costumes and face paint and stuff like that. It's like, it's different. Sometimes different. Like Sábado Gigante. It's like a whole festival, like there's a lot of stuff going on. Hispanics like that, just to be like, you know, stimulated right then and there.
Yeah.
So, like with like one-liners and stuff like da 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 da, you know.
Yeah.
They love it. Mm-hmm. But like with stories, long stories, they don't want to listen to it right now.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. That was what I was saying. They don't want to listen to like long stories where you have like punchlines and you're going somewhere and you have well thought out like premises, stuff like that. But then I come from like the lower end of Hispanics, like working people, working class.
Yeah.
I'm not at the upper echelon. Like I didn't grow up with money and stuff like that, so I don't know how they think.
Yeah, right.
All I know is how my people think.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you relate to that shit.
Yeah, I relate to that. But also, I'm doing American comedy.
Yeah.
I'm doing in English. So like I'm not doing it in Spanish. I want to do a Spanish set, all in Espanol.
Yeah.
I want to do it. I don't have the capabilities yet to be able to figure that out. So I think I have to like research more about my
I think it'd still be interesting just to do the bit. Maybe do the whole bit, minute to minute, all minutes. Just do it.
I got some stuff I've been working on. This is one stupid. La amiga de mi mamá nomás viene a la casa de nosotros cuando ella cocina. El nombre de ella es la comadre. This is a stupid fucking pun. This is a stupid pun. That's what I've thought of already. It's like it feels like I don't know Spanish anymore, and it's like I got to figure it out again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to do longer sets because like right now, what I've been doing on stage lately is I've just been talking about my insecurities.
Yeah.
Like personal insecurities and stuff like that, stuff that I don't want to talk about, like sex.
Yeah.
I don't have like a lot of like. I'm very insecure about sex. Very insecure about sex because like meeting women and stuff like that is great.
I can help you out.
I love. No. I'm not asking for advice. I'm talking about myself. Okay. I'm trying to explain like what's going on.
I'm sorry.
It's just like, hey man, you need to get laid. I know who to call. Okay. I know who to call.
Well, Well, okay.
But like
yeah, well,
we're
cheers.
cheers. Camera now. Now we gotta watch. There you go. Hey.
Cool.
That's awesome. Doesn't this feel weird right now?
What? Looking up?
Just look it up. Look at ourselves.
Watching ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, cause you go into it. There's a multiverse dimension.
Oh yeah. Thanos, where you at? I need that snap, bro.
Where's Spider-Man? multiverse. That's another thing.
Multiverse. We're creating our own multiverse right now.
Yeah.
This is wild.
Nah, so you were saying, you've been basing a lot of the material lately on your insecurity.
Yeah, I've been talking about that more lately. Conversations with people, being introverted. Just a lot of stuff like that. Oh, let's talk about drugs too.
Yeah, I've read some of your bits. Well, I remember your bits.
Oh yeah, you read some of my bits?
Oh,
It's on the internet now, okay? It's at joeesquivel.com, $59.99 for one joke, okay? I have 10, so don't worry. You'll get your money's worth.
But yeah, I think no, yeah, I think I've heard some of your ones.
Yeah, it's been a while, man.
No,
I'm not gonna lie. I do a couple jokes that I've had for like 2 years now, but like most of it is new material.
Yeah,
just great. It's going great. It's figuring it out, trying to work it on stage, trying to write more. Yeah, I'm hoping like I can get to 20 minutes, maybe like 3 or 4 months from now. Because I already got like 15 minutes. So I'm just trying to like write, work this, work that, like just change everything up. It's tiring.
No, fuck yeah, man. Keep that shit going.
Yeah, man. It's a fucking hustle, dude.
Yeah, but
it's a hustle.
That's definitely, you got a plan.
Man, I got nothing else going on in my life. That's why I'm doing this. Okay. It's like I can do 100% nothing or 100% this. So I chose this.
Yeah. No, but like I said, when it comes down to it, it's something you're passionate about. You can be passionate about it.
That's a good point. It's always good to be passionate. I've always loved comedy. Like the first time I ever went on stage, the first time I ever went on stage was at Rudyard's on Wall, right? And the crazy thing about it was like I wrote jokes like 3 weeks in advance. Like I wrote like a bunch of jokes that I thought would add up to 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So I email sign up, and then it was on a Monday night. I was last on the list. I remember being last.
Yeah.
Right. And back in the day, when you first started out at Ruds, the list was longer.
Yeah.
Last time I was on it was about like 30, 35 people.
Yeah.
Back then it was 40, 45 on the list.
God damn.
So I would be waiting. So I waited till like 11:45 at night. My first ever open mic. I didn't know that. And the moment I get on stage, I'm like shaking and I can't. Hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, my name's Joe. I'm Joe. Like that type of shit, right? And then shaking, like I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
It wasn't funny.
Yeah.
Okay. And the last like minute, I got the light, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna tell a joke. I tell this dumb, hacky joke about Christians being not too bright, and then I tie that into fucking having night lights, and that they wouldn't get it, like, or it wouldn't turn on for them. Like I don't know, some stupid shit.
Yeah.
And after I say that, some lady in the crowd, in the audience, she's like, "That's so funny." I get off stage, I'm like, "Okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore." After that, it hit me fucking. I went straight to the bar and I ordered Jaeger shots. Ooh. I only drink Jaeger when I'm sad. Okay, it was that bad.
Look forward, thick, dark. Look forward.
Woo! Used to be medicine. Used to be considered medicine.
Like, dude, like seriously, when I think about like that smell, like you know how like it smells like that, like
the taste.
The taste. Yeah. I flash back to like just. Like those moments, like you're having, just like
I drank like 2 Jaeger shots, and then I drank like 3 beers, and I was fucking God. My friend that was with me, who because of that night, my best friend, who I've known since high school, will never go to an open mic or show of mine. Has not been either. It's been 4 years. Every time I'm like, "Hey, you want to go out?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." Which is crazy.
But I don't think
people remember this.
You weren't violent. You were just drunk.
I was just drunk. But I know we hung out. He just doesn't want to go to comedy stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's probably not interested. It's just like this is a guy who's really funny.
Yeah,
he's really funny. I've told him many times, but he's just like, it's not my thing. Comedy's not my thing. I'm like, okay, well, fuck you. I guess I'll be the funny one. You know, fuck it.
Yeah,
it's wild. But yeah, after that night, I stopped for a whole year. A year later, I kept thinking about it. I was like, I need to go back to Reds. I need to go back to Reds. I need to go back. And on the day, December 17th, 20, I want to say 2017.
Yeah.
I went back, and this time I didn't tell jokes. I told two stories. I told one hacky story about being Hispanic, looking Middle Eastern, and going through the airport.
Yeah.
Fucking bombed like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Terrible hacky joke. But because I had a longer beard, right?
Yeah.
I had the long hair. My friend Brian, that's the one I'm talking about. He used to call me Jihad Joe.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'll just take Jihad Joe and add that to hack immediately. That was the first thing. But anyways. The second one, it was a story that actually happened, like a true story. I used to work at Home Depot, okay? And I'm one of the Mexicans that is the one that works inside the Home Depot as opposed to outside, okay? I'll put it lightly. I'm an in Home Depot Mexican. I'm an in Home Depot.
Blue collar labor is blue collar labor.
Inside Home Depot, yes.
But
I was working as a cashier, and I was working the garden section one day, and it was a boring day. Things were happening or whatever. I was ringing people out, and then this one guy, dude, he's a tall dude. He's wearing a hat. He's wearing a white shirt and long sleeve shirt. Comes up to me, right, and he's like, he brings a trash bag. He brings a shovel. He brings bleach, gloves. Like he's bringing this whole kit of body removal. That's what I'm thinking immediately. I'm like, oh, this guy killed somebody.
Yeah.
Or maybe I could have been maybe he just really needs a really clean house, I wasn't trying to judge.
Did he have a straight face?
He had a straight face the whole time. Right, yeah. I was arguing in my head. I was just like, something's going on here. He did something. So I started ringing him out, right? And then he's just staring at me and just like, okay. And just really fidgety. And then he sees the cop car that's outside that day, right?
Yeah.
So somebody robbed some stuff, some girls. Some girls were just stealing stuff off the counter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they arrested him, and he saw a cop car. And he was like, what's that outside? Why are they here? Why are the cops here? Did you call them? What's going on right now?
Yeah.
So, relax, dude. Relax. Somebody was shoplifting earlier today, and that's why the cops are. They're gonna leave in a minute. So after I ring him out, right? I tell him the total, and after I tell him the total, he sees it on the screen on the credit card machine.
Yeah.
And he grabs a cloth out of his right pocket and puts it over his finger, and then he starts inputting his pen with that cloth over his finger, right? And he grabbed the pen with the cloth, signed it, right?
Yeah.
He did something. This guy did something, okay? I know this. I know he did something. So I see him grab all his stuff, and he's walking outside. And I was waiting for him to get inside of a white Ford Bronco, right? But he got inside of a Honda Civic. So I was like, all right, he's cool. And that was a joke. And then one person laughed at that part. But the thing is, earlier that day, I was just like, if I get one laugh, just one laugh, I'm going to start doing this thing. That fucking guy gave it to me. So whoever you have to blame in life, blame that guy. Whoever laughed. That was wild. It's like,
he got into the Civic.
Yeah.
The Bronco, right?
Mm-hmm. It's O.J. Simpson joke.
No, but I guess, you have to get the punchline, right? You have to get the underlining of it.
Yeah. I didn't get to the punchline fast enough, I guess. I don't know. But one guy was like, okay, I got it.
So I guess we can kind of go back into also, so like you said, you grew up here in Houston.
Grew up in A-Leaf.
A-Leaf, and then we were talking about how A-Leaf. See, I remember to go back,
Okay.
I remember to go back, people. So anyways, so you were raised in A-Leaf, and then you kind of, like you said, rough, whatever,
Childhood.
Childhood,
that's not a cuss word.
Yeah.
It's not a cuss word. You can say it.
Well, that could be an Oprah moment, like, hey, it was a little rough childhood, Joe, whatever.
Hey, I'm not ashamed of that.
But that's what I was trying to, I guess, also understand too. That it's, I think it's very humanizing. I guess I don't know if I'm speaking correctly. I don't, but I would say it's very natural for somebody to look at comedy and laugh. Like I said, I've been the same way too. I think that's why we kind of shoot the shit, because like I've always looked at things funny and looked at things like, I don't know. I just always got to see the funny in some shit, and it gets me in trouble sometimes. But I can just say like I relate that.
Do you have a dark sense of humor?
Yeah, I have a very dark sense of humor.
Where do you think you got that though?
Huh?
Like, okay, so you served in the armed forces, right?
Yeah.
In the Navy?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have my mom's ex-boyfriend was a Marine, right? And I used to fuck with him all the time because he was a big fucking dude. He was like 5'9", but he was like built, right? And like he was short, he was Hispanic, but he was fucking built. I was like, holy shit, this motherfucker's a tank.
Most of them are.
Yeah. So this dude one day walks in, and I'm like, man, let me see if I can take a punch from a Marine, So I go up to him and I'm like, hey man, hey Israel, can you punch me really hard in the arm? He's like, you want me to punch you? Why? I was like, I just want to see if I could take a punch from a Marine. Okay, that's all I need to know. I need to know if I'm man enough. He's like, all right, if you want it. So gets up, rolls back, punches me. I go straight to the ground. I'm just like, oh shit! Oh, fuck. Just one punch, and he held back too. I was like, God damn it, I'm a pussy. God damn it, it sucks.
Yeah, well, he must have been. He seemed like a cool guy though.
He's a cool dude. So he is the man who introduced me to the first ever comedy special of George Carlin that I've seen. Like it's not the first comedy special, but the first ever like actual comedy special ever.
Yeah.
I've never really saw comedy before this or watched it. So I saw George Carlin on stage, and immediately, because like he's very thought provoking. He uses a lot of words. He talks a lot. He has like ideas where he's trying to take you and stuff like that. And I was like, who is this guy, and where do I get more of him? Because this is amazing. It was wild. And then after that, then Comedy Central came out, and I started watching the specials and stuff like that, and just like, damn, I fell in love with it. Dave Chappelle. The first time I saw Dave Chappelle was on Comedy Central, and Killing Them Softly.
Yeah.
That was
that's the Chip one, right? He talks about
Chip. Yeah. We're like Chip.
Talking about the baby on the corner too.
Baby in the corner. Okay, so I was watching it was a show behind the actor series, and the host was asking Dave Chappelle, like he was showcasing his bits that he did on that special, and he was talking about the baby in the corner.
Yeah.
When you go into the hood and you don't know you're going to the hood, so he was talking about like that wasn't real. That didn't really happen to him.
Yeah.
Like, he fabricated all that up. But if you can listen to the jokes, you can see or you can hear like the differences of like when you're going to hood, because most people don't know what it's like. So when he describes it, it's hilarious and stuff like that. Gun store, liquor store, gun store. Sure, that's hilarious, but in the hood, you do see that shit.
Yeah.
You do see that. The crackheads acting like dinosaurs, like Jurassic Park, doesn't happen, but they do look inside cars and they try to steal.
Yeah.
So he's just talking about society in the joke, but also making it funny at the same time.
Yeah.
Like that was great.
Yeah, it's all one.
Yeah, and then buying weed from a baby.
Yeah.
So with that, like, of course he didn't buy weed from a baby.
Yeah,
but he's saying baby as in someone's child, a younger kid on the street. Like that's what they call babies in the hood. It's like, oh baby, how you doing, baby? Doesn't matter what age you are. That sweet woman's still gonna call you baby. Okay?
But like I said, like you can literally picture like the way the way he words everything. You can actually picture in your mind there's a fucking baby on the fucking corner.
Yeah.
And then you're picturing there's a fucking baby. Yeah, there's a fucking baby on the corner. And then you're like, God damn. And then he just lays it and you're even drawn more into it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy. He was a fucking genius.
He is. Once I saw him, I was just like, I'm gonna do comedy one day. When I was I think it was like 9th grade. When I was in 9th grade, had an Xbox and my username on it, which is very embarrassing. It's called Comic, the number 4 Hire, HIRE. I already knew I was gonna do comedy when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like I knew I loved it so much. I love cracking jokes and stuff. And when I was growing up in A-Leaf, like the one thing that people would do all the time is roast.
Yeah.
Roast you. Like, hey man, you look like an unprofessional medical person. No, that's a terrible roast, but it's like the shit like that.
Yeah.
Just talk shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like I would love watching people roast. I hated getting roasted because like I just couldn't come up with shit sometimes. It was just so funny. Like people just, man, you're too fat to be doing that. Like I know.
No, the roastings is shit. I like the presidential roastings.
The Comedy Central roast?
No, the ones
old school, back in the day.
The ones they go to the ones recently they
the White House.
The White House, yeah, correspondent dinner. Right?
Correspondent, yeah. There was one. There's a comic called Norm Macdonald. And he did a correspondence there. He was just cracking jokes on there. It's one of the funniest ones. I can't repeat the jokes, but you can look that up. He said some shit.
But yeah, I don't know. I just like how like people were getting butthurt. People got butthurt at I think the one before. No, I think Trump didn't even go to his.
No, he didn't go.
And then I don't know. A lot of people got butthurt about shit being said.
Trump was like, the correspondence dinner. There's a comedian. I'm funnier than him. He just walks off.
But then I always still remember, and I hate to take this from another podcast, but it was talked about there, but I think it was very interesting how Trump got called out. Trump got called out for, pretty much got called out for he was saying, they were also saying that he was incompetent, not going to be able to be president, blah, 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 whatever. Anyways, and obviously what happened, that was President Obama's correspondent dinner. And then President Obama was hating on Trump. And then I feel that's like the snapping point where that fool just like in his head, like, I'm going to run for fucking president.
You think that's what he thought of it?
Seriously, man. Like, it's almost like you physically see that in that video. On how he's like literally like being talked about in front of a whole fucking room of millionaires, billionaires, people in charge of the whole fucking world in a sense, the market here, whatever. My point is, it was just a lot of very important people in a room that he was being fucking roasted on and talked shit on, and then it was just that, just that motherfucker just like snap
right there. That thought was like, ding! Oh wait, I could be president?
Yeah, I'm just gonna fuck it. If I make it, if I don't, if I fucking lose, whatever, I don't give a fuck. I don't know. But my whole point was, I guess, maybe I was getting off the subject there, but I don't know what we were talking about.
Talking about Comedy Central, or
yeah, we're talking about roast.
Roast.
And I was just saying, like, I would enjoy those roasts. And then some of those roasts were pretty hardcore.
I used to watch like the old school roasts, like a lot of older comics and stuff like that. Like really just like one-liner stuff, like, and they're like, I like that. What's this comic? There's a comic from Two Mics. There's a David Tell and.
Oh yeah, David Tell's badass.
David Tell's funny, but there's the other comic. He's like the king of roast right now.
Ron Jeremy.
No.
Ron Jeremy. That's a porn star.
I can't think of his name, but there's a comic.
Ron.
That's either, okay, guys, it's either Ron Jeremy or Jeremy Ron. We just can't figure it out.
No, but he's
yeah, but roasts are cool.
Jeff Ross,
yes, that's exactly him. Yeah. I don't know why I can't remember Jeff Ross.
And see, you know what? Probably my brain is working to a something that maybe Jeff Ross said about Ron Jeremy. Maybe, I don't know. Like, you ever think about shit like that? Like how your brain works?
Jumped over Jeff Ross and you're like, Ron Jeremy.
No, but it's funny how I said Ron Jeremy first and then ended up being Jeff Ross, which is what we were still talking about on the same subject, which is
well, you're talking about porn. I'm talking about comedy, okay? Let's talk
like I said, I was referring to Jeff Ross.
Dude, Ron Jeremy. So you were looking at Ron Jeremy's cock and going like, that looks like Jeff Ross.
But I said Ron Jeremy. Yeah, Ron Jeremy. Yeah, I was all fucked up. Yeah, whatever. But you know my point. And then I was trying to justify it by saying my mind, whatever.
I know what you mean. I didn't even say the name, so I'm fucking ashamed. Okay. But yeah, Jeff Ross is like, he's got the roast battles. Have you seen those? The current ones? Like comics from New York and LA roasting each other. Like just roasting in comedy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it's just so like just mean jokes to each other.
No.
Yeah, I'm better at that. If I could think about somebody and see if I could like just come up some jokes and roast them like that, I can do that.
Yeah.
Just give me some prep time. I'm like Batman with roast. Okay, just give me the right amount of prep time. I can roast anybody.
I would probably get in a fight, maybe, or I don't know, because But see, I would see. I don't know. Right away, I jump to also like when it comes to roasting, you gotta like, yeah. I mean, you gotta understand you're gonna roast, because like honestly, another type of roast would be like fucking hip hop too, when these motherfuckers get in face.
Oh
they
yeah,
start flowing. They're like yo, like
rap
back and
roast
forth,
battles,
like blah 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 blah.
rap
And
battles.
then you're like yeah, blah. And then I'm like yeah, blah. Like I give it to you. I'm not bullshitting. Like I'll give it to guys who can. They're on a fucking mic. They're in front of a fucking crowd. You can't sound like a fucking idiot. You don't want to sound like really like an idiot because you actually want to sound kind of cool and you want to flow. So I give it to lyricists. I'm saying my point is,
Yeah. Lyricists are cool. Shout out to all the lyricists.
So, but I like the whole kind of twist where if you give me a mic and like you said, you can make people laugh and just fucking
Man, they got punchlines
and roast somebody by making jokes of whatever that person, this and that. Point out facts, point out whatever,
I mean, I kind of think of comedy like when I'm talking on stage. I kind of think of it as like I'm on beat, like da 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 da. Da, 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 like
cool.
when I'm talking and stuff like that.
Yeah, because you got to flow.
It is a flow. Yeah, it is a flow when you're on stage and you're telling the show. You gotta flow.
Maybe you should start rapping.
Oh shit! I don't got no flow though.
Maybe you should just
Look, the only flow I know is the one from with Geico.
And then just go with it. Be like, yeah. What up? Yeah, I'm Joe. Yeah. This is my bit. Yeah, ba, 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 ba. I don't know. Just go with it. I don't know. Maybe like something like that. Maybe, I don't know.
I'm not gonna rap right now. That's for that shit. This isn't fucking.
We're in the studio. Are we here?
We are in the studio. Beautiful studio.
Thank you.
It's crazy.
One more cheers.
One more cheer.
Yeah, thanks, man, for coming through. Being my.
Man, I like this. This is fun.
Yeah,
I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot about me, and that's what I care about the most.
Yeah, A-League. So you watch a lot of Comedy Central. Your Marine mom's boyfriend. Ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. Yo, that dude was wild though. He used to drink a lot. He used to get fucked up.
But what kind of? Did he talk about what war he was in? How old is he?
Not Gulf War, because like this was back in 2009.
Wow. So how old was he?
He was in Afghanistan.
Guess.
He was in Afghanistan for sure. He was 24, 25 at the time.
Oh, this is 2009.
Yeah.
Oh, Operation Enduring Freedom. All right.
That sounds like.
Yeah. How old is your mom?
I was like 34 at the time. 33.
How old is your mom now?
She was like 45, 47. Well, she was.
Your mom's 47 now?
Let's see, how old am I? I'm 28. And my mom had me when she was 17. She was about 45.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's like Operation Enduring Freedom or Iraq.
Don't worry, she wasn't cheating on my dad. They were separated. Okay.
We're documenting that.
They were separated. Legally, they were still married, but physically, they were separated.
No, but he was. I'm just throwing it out there. He probably was Iraqi Freedom, or Operation Enduring Freedom. But either or, there
something freedom, because I remember that was a long time ago, but I remember him saying
OEIF veteran or IEF, which is Iraqi Freedom.
Yeah. Okay.
So, anyways, my whole point is that I mean, if he did drink a lot, it was probably because of that shit. Because he, just got back and he was just like, I need to just. And then like I was never. I'd say this shit on fucking camera. I was never boots on ground. So I was never boots on ground.
Oh shit, fucking pussy.
Nah.
I've never been in the armed forces, but I know to call you that for some reason.
Nah, but the whole thing was like going through the Gulf. That was fucking crazy. That was weird. Fucking Iranians and shit. That was kind of sketchy. And
that must be wild.
And then we were involved in some like war games. That's apparently here and there.
That sounds so fun, man. All I remember is that 1980s movie War Games, where this kid was just standing in front of a screen and it's like, what? Tokyo's gone, like that shit.
Well, no, it's like actually like I believe each government, they test each other's water and they test each other's like circuit.
So do you use live rounds?
Well, no. We're talking about where they're fucking searching for each other. They're like, let me see how close I can get to this shit. Let me just see how close.
Oh, you're just okay.
And then it's like, but then there's also other setup war games. Like we had war games within our own forces too, though. So, like I said, the whole point was
one of your war games is playing chicken.
Well, yeah, but also,
the city will never run into me.
Yeah, right. No. So I mean, like I said, a lot of things were. I don't know. I think that dude, like, yeah, he probably, some shit probably happened, which is why he was drinking a lot. Yeah,
I know.
Because you said he was drinking. Like, how bad was he drinking?
Every night.
Like every night. Yeah,
every night.
Yeah, he saw some shit.
Yeah. My dad was.
Because
my dad used to drink like a 6-pack.
Was your dad a veteran too? No.
No, he's worse. He was an immigrant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She said it was worse. That's worse.
Okay. I don't know this for sure, but I've heard some stories.
Yeah.
I've heard some stories about my dad being a drug dealer. I heard the stories from my dad about like smuggling things across the border, which now I'm thinking drugs. People too, man. I don't know what he's done.
Coyote.
He might have been. He might have been a coyote, man. Because like when we walk the streets, he's like, "Hold on, who's looking?" But I don't know exactly what he's done because he's told me a story where he was talking to the comandante, the commander of the Mexican army, and he was like almost about to shoot him right then and there. Yeah, like he had a gun on him because he was arguing about like shipping or something. Like he wasn't paying enough for what he wanted or whatever. He was like, "Are you gonna do what I want or not?" It's like, "Oh yeah," like that type of shit. Like that was a story my dad told me.
Yeah,
that was wild. And like, I know he met my mom in California, so I'm pretty sure like because he used to have a boot company too. And like, I'm pretty sure he would smuggle some shit across the border, like using his truck, going there, grabbing stuff, coming back. Like he was a hustler. That dude was hustling. He was making money and he had a lot of money. And then parents met my dad. I'm pretty sure my dad was a drug dealer because he sold drugs back then too. Like they met. It was love at first bump. Okay, that's what I'm saying. It was love at first bump, and like it's crazy how a lot of like things like follow you around during life and stuff. But drugs have always been that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Drugs have always been that thing that like it's been around. Even growing up in A-Leaf. People smoke weed all day, every day over there. All the time. Outside on the street. Nobody gives a fuck. They're just gonna do it.
Yeah.
That's how it is. But people don't give a shit. Which is how I grew up, not giving a shit. All right. And I love it though.
What high school did you go to?
Hastings High School.
Okay. Oh, hell yeah.
But I didn't graduate.
Oh, you didn't graduate?
I didn't graduate. No. I had so much anxiety from being there and talking to people. I was very introverted and stuff like that. And I just couldn't handle it anymore. And I told my mom, I don't want to go to school anymore. And she was like, okay, cool. And she signed me out. And I was just like,
okay, me home.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Mommy loves her son.
but
Mommy loves her son. But then after that, something crazy, like it was a weird thing that happened. So my mom found school online, and it was like a private school or whatever. And they said, it was like, hey, if you pay this amount of money, we'll give you the diploma and you don't have to go to any school. Right?
yeah,
So we went, my mom signed me up, paid like almost $1,000. Like 6 months later, they gave me a diploma. I
yeah,
was just like, all right, cool. I guess I graduated technically or whatever. So then I enrolled in community college, right?
Uh-huh.
And I used that diploma. But then at the end, like when I was getting my other diploma from community college, the 2-year degree, associates, they were asking me like, hey, can you give us your high school graduation information? And I was like, what? I was like, yeah, because the diploma, the one that you gave us, it's not good anymore. I was like, oh, well, really? That's crazy. I didn't know that. It's not like my mom paid money to get it, like, whew. Okay, I'll go get it for you. Haven't gotten it since. Haven't seen my associates. Like, physically, I don't have my associate. I graduated.
You were physically in class. You physically did schoolwork. You did all that.
I did everything.
But you can't get the document.
I can't get the document because I need the freaking graduation from high school thing, and I never graduated.
So you never graduated high school?
I graduated. I never graduated high school, but I did graduate with an associate's degree. That's crazy, right?
So how much of the high school did you not finish?
The last year.
That's it. So
I went to 11th, and then after that, I was just like, "Fuck, I'm done." Because my mom, she was into drugs. Like she got really bad into drugs. Like when I was like early into high school, because like she used to be a stripper, and she used to go. Some crazy shit. Like her friends used to come over to the house, like looking all good and stuff, and I'm like,
you'd be like playing what, PS2?
Yeah, I was playing PS2. I turned around and I was like, oh, you know what? What's happening in the kitchen? Much better. Let me go over there. Like immediately, I was like, whew, I love women. Yeah.
Seriously? Your mom was a stripper?
Huh?
Your mom was a stripper?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Well, you don't believe me?
You got really serious.
I'm just telling some real shit, man.
I'm
not trying to be serious. I'm just saying
this. No, but I think
this is my life.
Yeah, that's interesting though.
Yeah.
So okay, so then pretty friends then.
Some of them were like ratchet girls.
How old were you?
It's like 12, 11. Yeah. Around that time when I was starting to hit puberty.
Yeah. But she was taking care of things.
She was making some money.
No, but she was feeding you. I mean,
she's taking care of 3 kids.
Yeah. So you have 2 other siblings.
I'm the oldest from my mom.
Yeah.
So, and then I have a younger brother and a baby sister.
Yeah.
Right. But then from my dad's side, he has the oldest is a older daughter, then a son, then another daughter, then me. My brother.
Oh, wow. So you got a big fucking family.
No, because they're half.
And it was still.
I'm the oldest of my mom and my dad, and they're the last ones that stay together and stuff like that. So from time to time when I was growing up, my older sister Yesenia, my older brother George used to come over.
Right.
Older sister, older brother. So, but they came from the valley. Right. Like I have family in McAllen and stuff like that. So. Yeah. Yeah, man, this got very personal. God damn.
That's what happens. But it's cool. It's interesting.
Yeah,
because I feel things like that is what makes you who you are, and then who you are is a pretty good person, from what I understand.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I mean, since the first I met you, seriously, it was kind of bro moment, you know.
I mean, I try to be cool with everybody.
No, but I mean, I had that feeling towards you because, like I said, this is a proven fact. Even right now, it speaks for itself. I think, like I said, you meet people. When you meet people, you meet them, and then it's even tonight, nothing really. Even though it's been a big period of time since we haven't talked, it's it really didn't. It just left off from the time when we were, when we did hang out, or the times I would be there hanging out, whatever. In the time, it's just boom, and then
just picked up where we left off.
Picked where we left off, and it's just I think it's just sometimes things feel comfortable when you kind of converse, and then things flow out.
Yeah, eventually. Like, I used to try to hang out with people a lot, but like after a while, I just got tired of them doing the same shit over and over again. Either like not wanting to hang out or no, I'm too busy and shit like that. And it's like, dude, that's okay, cool. I accept that. You go do your thing. I'm gonna go do my thing. And then when we do come back, we do meet up again. It's like, yo, what's up? How you been?
But I think
Love
that,
that.
but I think sometimes that takes people sometimes to realize because sometimes I feel people they can't be by themselves, and it's kind of scary sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna bullshit too. Like I think sometimes people have to go through hard things where they're thinking to themselves
Uh-huh.
to kind of reason with them with their they have to reflect. I think I've said this before. You have to kind of reflect on your own shit because when you reflect, you kind of that's when you come correct on your stuff to make it better.
I mean, I had
And
to do
it's a survival instinct.
well, I
The
had
survival
to do
instinct is
a
to
lot. I wasn't always like
But it-
that though. That's what I'm saying. Like I was a huge asshole when I was a kid. I used to piss people off on purpose because I thought that was funny.
yeah
Like I was really mean. I was an angry kid
yeah
because of parent separation, about growing up in the hood. That it just another thing that just added to the rage.
yeah. But I feel like if sometimes there's something that just flips and it's like you just like
This is fucking failing a lot. That's all that happened. This is just a loser right here that's still alive. That's like I'm not trying to say that in a mean way, but I'm saying I've failed a lot, and because of that failure, I have learned from it.
no, that's what I'm saying. But like it's a survival instinct though, because your survival is like I gotta reflect on what I've done, what
Be
I've
more self-aware.
yeah, and then I'm like okay, well then you question well what the fuck like this is repetitive.
I just started being so okay. So I think it was like maybe 22. I think like 22. I was in college and I was looking at psychology. I was in psychology and I was just like, just looking at all the things and trying to figure out like how people think and stuff like that. Then I was just like, oh, there's a thing called empathy.
Yeah,
There's empathy. You feel bad for another person. You take a day in their shoes and stuff like that. It was like, I was like, oh, you got to be more empathetic. That's another thing. Like I was just trying to figure out more things about me. And like once I started figuring out empathy and I started figuring out like self-awareness and I got into therapy and stuff like that, I just started working on myself.
right.
That was the biggest thing. Like during the quarantine. Sucked. Quarantine sucked for me, by the way. Like I was working during the quarantine.
Yeah,
Like that's how much my life sucks. Like when everybody's taking the day off, I'm still working. I was considered an essential worker, okay? I'm not essential to anyone. I'll tell you that right now.
yeah.
I'm not. So that kind of pissed me off. And I wasn't making that much money. I heard, okay, so I was making like 400 a week. I heard they were giving 600 a week on unemployment. I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? Even when I try to win, I lose. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Dog. And then I was homeless too. I was working homeless for a while. I'm not gonna lie. Right before the pandemic, I became homeless.
Damn. Yeah, that's pretty hardcore though, man.
I mean, it fucking sucked.
You
I
know,
was staying in a warehouse. I was staying inside of a warehouse, right?
were you paying money for that?
I was paying $450 just to stay in the corner of a fucking warehouse.
Yeah.
That was wild. And like, so there was no furniture in this place. It was just an old ass warehouse that had bed bugs, had spiders, had like a lot of crap on the floor, but no furniture, right?
Yeah.
And like, so I have an air mattress in the corner. I wake up every day. The fucking guy that's already there, there's a top bunk. Like somebody built a top section to it.
Yeah.
And he's just like lording over people and shit. And I'm just like, I'm paying for this? Really? I'm paying for this? It's like, yeah, pay $450. Sorry, but so the bathroom didn't have any doors.
Oh
Like
my God.
no door on it, right? And there was a gay dude that lived there too.
Yeah.
Like it was me, the guy upstairs, and then somebody below him. It was a gay dude.
Yeah.
So there was this one day where I wake up in the morning, have to go to the bathroom, get up, go to the bathroom, just walk in, remember no doors, and I'm peeing. And then this gay dude like comes up behind me, grabs something from the bathroom, and then looks right at my penis. He's just like staring, staring right at my dick, like just gazing it. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? I'm just peeing, like, what the fuck, dude? And he's just like, grabs something and just walks away. I was just like, okay, cool. I guess this is just what happens when you live in a warehouse.
Little warehouse with a
Gay dude, like what
gay
the fuck?
dude that's living there. Yeah. I'm always thinking like that's just fucked up.
That was very fucked up. So
yeah, that's I guess.
what are you gonna do? I mean, you live in a warehouse with a gay dude.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's a lot of reflection on that. Yeah, that's like
If you're living in a house with a gay dude, you're gonna get your beat gays, okay? Just expect it.
Yeah.
Come on. But yeah, I was doing
They
that.
couldn't even put a curtain or something, or they couldn't put like a.
They give a shit. They didn't give a shit.
Like a shade, or maybe like some paper, like.
I tell you this.
Maybe like a blanket, maybe. Stable a blanket.
I mean, it's the steam is gonna mess it up.
Yeah, that's something I would want to happen to me.
It's not there anymore, so I don't know why we're still talking about it. It's gone. But like after that, I moved into another warehouse, and then after that, I found my place.
Yeah. The Mandela.
Yeah. I didn't want people to know that, but yes, it's in Montrose somewhere. It's in Montrose, so you just know one street.
No.
You just know one street.
To me, Mandel means it means a lot.
Yes.
I'll tell you, that's a future story.
Yes.
But no, Mandel is a cool street, dog.
Yes.
Like, this is going back to old school. I'm gonna get a little off the subject here, but it's going back to old school Westheimer Street Fest.
Old school what?
Westheimer Street Fest.
Westheimer Street Fest. I've never been to that. What is that?
It was off of Westheimer. You would park.
I'm assuming it's a street fest on Westheimer.
Yeah, but when you had your apartment, you could chill, and then you walk out, and then hit Westheimer, and just boom, make a right, and then you.
Now you're giving them more information on where I live.
Well, not really. I mean, it's the general area, but Mandel.
You're giving them streets. It's like Mandel. You guys, okay, first you go down Westheimer, right? Then you make a right on Mandel.
Well, Mandel's a long. Anyways, my point was the Westheimer Street Fest is off of Westheimer, and if you lived in the general area of Montrose,
there you go. You see, just if you're down Montrose, come find me.
you could.
Yeah, I'll be there. Hey, if you want my address, ask Daniel. He'll give it to you, obviously.
But that was like the first waking up. That was back when Montrose was fucking crazy. Like,
what year?
Shit, this is like, I think I was like, I don't know, man. Like mid-90s, I think.
Mid-90s?
Yeah. Some shit.
Okay.
So yeah, it was just like.
So mid-90s, I was like about 5 or 6. So yeah, way before my time.
I don't know. My brother took me out there. I never saw shit out there.
How old were you at the time?
I was scarred in a way, but in a way, like, yo, this is the real world. Like, this is what.
How old were you?
I was like, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about really age, but
around what age?
Younger than 20. But man, I had a job. I had like one of those typical teenager jobs.
What was your teenager job?
Blockbuster, I think. Yeah, well, Blockbuster it was. I worked at Blockbuster at one point. I rented videos.
So you're 17.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's what you want. Something like that, So you're
not gonna say the year specifically, but anyway,
you're like a woman in this case. Why? I used to work at a bar, right? And women would always be scared to show me their IDs. This is because he's gonna see my age or whatever. I would look at it as like, oh, okay, have a good day, man. That's being 23. She's like, oh, thank you. Okay, just go way younger, just to make them feel good and stuff like that. So, okay, you were 6 at the time, too. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. So yeah. So that I don't know what I went way off on that subject, right? Mm-hmm. So anyways, warehouse is done.
Yeah, warehouse, yeah.
And then you moved on.
Yeah, moved on to another warehouse, a nicer warehouse.
Oh, nicer work.
Nicer, yeah. This one, the bathroom actually had a door on this one. That was the only selling point I needed, actually. Like right when I said that, oh, your bathroom has a door? I'm in. Come
That's
on.
a good thing.
Yeah.
That should have been the selling point from the get-go. Yeah.
Well, I was homeless. I didn't have a choice on the first one, okay?
Yeah.
But this one, I actually had a room. I had walls
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll take it. Same price, too.
Yeah.
Same price. But like, then I found my apartment in Montrose.
Yeah, it does not Montrose.
And it's a weird transition going from growing up in A-Leaf, then to Second Ward, then to Montrose. Because like in Second Ward, it was like a lot of Hispanics. It was a Hispanic hood. Yeah. Like from what I saw, it had all the criteria of a Hispanic hood.
You be all good. You're all good.
So the first day I'm in that hood, I'm in the East downtown, and I'm like in Second Ward, and I'm like, God damn it, this was like my house. The fuck? Did I move to somewhere else? Because this looks exactly like my area. What the fuck is going on? But the tacos were different. That's what I didn't realize. I'm not gonna lie, the tacos over there, from what I've had in the Southwest,
the meat has to probably be different. They probably had meat.
It's not even that. It's like what they put in it too. Yeah. Like I was like surprised because my dad, he sold tacos. Yeah. My dad was a taquero. He had his own taco truck. He had his own restaurant and stuff like that. So he knew like food. Nice. He was also a chef instructor for a restaurant called Ninfas. Yeah. So. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. So like. He knew how to cook and stuff like that. My mom, great cook too. She taught me how to cook too. Yeah. But like, I used to eat tacos all the time, and like, my dad added something. He had something different, right? Because like he went to like a whole bunch of like taco places and restaurants and stuff like that, like trucks and restaurants, and he would like taste the food and going like, okay, they do tacos like with their meat shipped in cubes. So I was like, oh, their steak is long ways, and he would just find out like the little things that they do differently than other places. And he just built his own recipe and his own menu off of that. It was wild. Like that dude, and the food was great. The food was great. It was called Fajita Fiesta. Yeah. Right? And he had to change it to Fajita Siesta because the truck was parked outside of a Fiesta. And the manager there got mad. It's like, oh, you're using our name. Yeah, you're trademarking our name or whatever. This infringes on our rights. And my dad was like, what the fuck does that mean? And he handed me the paper, and I was like, oh, this means this, Dad. He was like, why didn't you just say that at first? Like, why is he using these big words, you know? So, and yeah, so he had to change it to Fajita Siesta. So like,
cross out the S.
Yeah, but see.
Or Siesta? Would it be an S? Siesta, no.
It could be S.
Siesta.
I think you can spell it either way. It doesn't matter.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. See your I think it's an S.
Yeah, I see what you did there. Yes. No, but yeah, that was so I know food. Obviously, I know food. Okay? Yeah. But like, yeah, I make my own tacos now. I made some like teriyaki steak tacos the other day. Yeah. So good. Yep. So that's what Mancho does to you. You take the best thing and you ruin it. That's what Mancho's done to me. I'm eating teriyaki steak tacos. It's not just I had to add something else to it.
You have gas stove or electric stove?
I had a electric stove. Okay. Yeah. Which sucks when you have a winter storm in Houston. That's unheard of.
Oh, you were in that. Oh, you were in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I live in Houston, man. I don't know. In Montrose, have you heard? You just go down Westheimer and you make a left on Mandel. You get to my house. Yeah.
Mandel's a big street. I keep telling you.
It's a long street. There's so many streets on Mandel.
There's a lot of garage apartments. There's a lot of apartments in the back. In the backyard.
But if you're ever on Westheimer, you make a left on Mandel. That's how you get to Joe's house. It's become a bit better. So. You see, you turn something good into something embarrassing.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. How long have we been recording? Oh, damn, an hour and 15. It doesn't even feel like that.
Yeah, you can go longer.
Dog, like in every like most podcasts that I do, we always go way longer than we were intended. It's wild.
What's the normal time?
I usually do when I was in a podcast with Will Loden and Antonio Aguilar, two really funny comics in Houston.
Yeah.
It was called Los Lonely Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so we did that for a couple episodes and stuff, but like it was crazy. Like that's how I learned how to podcast and talk to people and stuff like that. Like really get into podcasting and being funny and tagging stuff.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I was introverted when I was a kid, and I was just trying to get better. So stand-up comedy was something that I was interested in.
Right.
So from doing stand-up, like I said before, the first time I was like scared and I was shaking and stuff like that. Like I couldn't tell a joke. Right?
Yeah.
So it took me a couple years to figure out how to tell a joke. Then it took me 2 years. It took me 2 years for stage presence, right?
Yeah.
It took me 2 years to figure out stage presence. Then it took me like a year and a half to like focus on how to write a joke and how to set up punch and stuff like that.
Right.
Then after that, I was also when I first started out, I was a one-liner comic, and then after that, I started doing storytelling, just talking about stories. Then after that, because like I was just like, okay, I was really good at one-liners. Then I was terrible at stories. I worked on that, and I got better at stories. Now what do I need to work on now? Like in my head, and I was like, oh, bits. I need to work on bits, like multiple jokes on one topic. And I was like, all right, cool. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm working on writing like bits, actual bits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like I keep like trying to change things up.
Right.
And it's been great. I've been doing it for like almost 4 years now. Yeah, next month in February 17th is gonna be my 4-year, anniversary. And it's crazy. Like a lot of things have happened. Like when I first started, people thought I was a terrible comic. Now I run my own open mic, I have my own show, and I do spots all around Houston. Like everything's changed, and just because I stayed in it.
Yeah.
Because there were other people that were way better than me when I first started, but they're not doing it now. They quit.
Wow.
Yeah, they were way better than me, and they stopped doing it.
Yeah.
And I kept doing it, and I got better.
Yeah.
That's all that happened.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're keeping it strong. You're keeping it going.
It's fucking tough, dude.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Like I'm hustling. Like I took my dad's mentality when he was hustling on the street and stuff and selling drugs and all that. Like I just put that into comedy. Go out almost every night, write almost every day.
Right.
Like just think about it too all the time. Just think about comedy. Can I turn that into a joke? Can I turn that? Like it just doesn't stop. I'm a crazy person now.
Yeah.
But that's the life I chose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's pretty responsible.
There is a responsibility because the open mic that I run at Liberty Station, it's called Who's Mic, right?
Yeah.
Do it every Sunday at 8:00. And I hosted my boy Enrique Chacon.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Really funny.
He has a podcast too.
He has a podcast.
Is he still doing it?
He's with Laugh It Off, the Laugh It Off podcast, yes.
So that's a group
It's a whole group.
It's a whole group that do the podcast, right?
Yeah. And they have their own like little topics and sections and stuff like that. Yeah. It's good. You should check it out.
No, I've seen it. I've seen it on Facebook. But see, that's the thing. I don't really go to Facebook that much. I go to Facebook every now and then.
Yeah, me too. Like
I live on YouTube. I live on YouTube and I live on
YouTube is I stay on it, man. It's like I get lost in some YouTube holes, man. But it's like on Friday night, you're just like you're a little high, you've been drinking a little bit, and you're just like, what's on YouTube? Click, and it just keeps going. It's like,
yeah.
That's wild. So like like comedy, I've been doing it for 4 years. I have our show this next week, actually, June 24th. So I was running a show at Liberty Station is where the mic is at every Sunday. It's called Who's Mic. Who's Mic is the open mic. And then the show that I had was Quick Fix. So the whole idea for Quick Fix when it first started is like, the pandemic's happening. And then people were finally getting their shots and stuff.
Right.
And it was the whole joke off of that. It's like, you need a quick fix, medicine. Yeah, and the antidote. So, but then it changed into something else. Now, like after doing it for a while, we kept changing the format and stuff like that. And I was just like, what works, what doesn't? Because this was my first ever show.
Right.
So I was trying to tweak it every time and try to change something or add something and see like, how does this work? How does that work? So now the format, which I'm happy it is now, it's 4 comics doing 15 to 20 minutes each.
Right.
Because there aren't that many spots in Houston that will give you, or shows that will give you 15 minutes right now.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah. The other one that I know of, well, that gives you 20 minutes, is called 420s at the Secret Group.
Yeah.
And that one's run by Reed Marshall Becker.
Yeah, but what day is that?
It's every month.
Every month.
Well, it used to be every month. I don't know how long they're doing it now.
Yeah.
But it used to be every month, yeah.
But you gotta come with your A game on that shit.
Yeah.
You gotta be selected. But they
Yes, exactly. So the reason why I'm doing that now is because I feel like I'm at a point where I can do longer sets.
Yeah.
So I want to, force myself a little bit. So it'll be longer sets for me and Enrique also, just to help us get better. And then we can also showcase these other really funny comics in Houston.
Yeah.
A lot of local guys. The next show is June 24th, right? And it'll be at 10 p.m. It's in collaboration with The Riot.
Yeah.
So The Riot is a group in Houston. It's Brian Gendron and Drew Jordan.
Yeah.
2 great guys, funny comics, right? And they were running their show called The Riot on Fridays and Saturdays, like every other Friday and Saturday.
Right.
And they were just like bringing people in, like packing the room out and stuff like that. And it just kept going through the pandemic. Mm-hmm. And then they saw a quick fix and they're like, hey, let's get these guys over here. And then it's a bigger room.
Yeah.
It's a bigger room. Because at Liberty, you could maybe fit 30 people at the most inside the small room. But the room is great. I like the room because it's small, it's intimate. There's a light. There's a stage.
Yeah.
There's a mic stand, like the speaker. Everything.
Yeah, it's all you need.
It's everything.
Yeah.
So, and the labs in there sound loud.
Right.
Even if it's 30 people, it sounds like 60 for some reason.
Yeah.
But then, like, I can't fit that many people, and I wanted to go to a bigger venue, and they just came to us and were like, "Hey, you want to do a show here?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure, let's do it there."
Yeah.
We can get more people. We can pack out the room. And we can just showcase ourselves. What else do you need?
Yeah. So that's so damn, man, you got a lot of shows going on.
I got that. This week I'm gonna be at Secret Group Friday at the Best of Secret Group show.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
You see, I also gotta figure out, I know you could probably use this attachment and then throw it on to whatever.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, also, like, nobody ever thought I would be doing this. Like, from when I first started, there were many people that, like, there's some guys that told me to quit.
Really?
There's some people that were talking shit behind my back and saying that I sucked and stuff like that. Shit, one guy told me to my face.
Really?
That was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, that happens.
Well, no, but even when I was going there a few times, and I was going there, I would come across some of the comedians, and I don't know, man. I feel like you kind of got to be off on your own, anyways, because some of these guys that come in, they're like, and I remember 1 or 2 of them, and they're pretty fucking good. I'll give them that respect. But then, like, I don't know, just the way I think is like some younger guys coming up or trying it out. If they suck, they suck. But some of these guys, I think, are a little full of themselves a little bit, so they're not friendly. Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna be moving on up, you have to be kind of friendly to, like, even to the people who you think might suck, not suck, whatever. Like, you gotta be kind of cordial and friendly to them. But some of them are not. Like,
True. I mean,
and then I've been there, and then even like I said, the other one where they would do the other nights with Warehouse Live, like they had the side stage.
Mm-hmm.
I saw almost a few fights there too, and motherfuckers just coming in and talking shit to each other, and it was almost like became kind of, I don't know, like I said, like that place was kind of cool. I thought it was cool, but I think I even knew at that point, like, I have to come in here by myself, not be really cool with a few people, because it just seems like that shit's gonna happen when motherfuckers are gonna be hating on your shit. Even if you are what you are, like, it doesn't matter, because it's like, yo, motherfucker, like, this is like the groundwork of it. Like, this is the whole point, like, to come out here and say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I mean, no, for somebody to say that's what, but I'm going off also what you said. Like, it pissed me off. Like somebody to come up and tell you, like, hey man, you suck, give it up. Who the fuck are you to be fucking telling me? Like, what the fuck are you doing, motherfucker? like, what are you doing?
I didn't think I felt. I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
no, but
here's the thing.
But like,
sometimes you need to be told that.
No. True.
I was the idiot who was a little delusional. I'm not gonna lie. I still am. Okay, I'm a little delusional. But I always have to be real and understand. Like this is like we're just people at the end of the day.
Right.
Some people got their own problems, and you can't really put your.
That's what I'm saying. I've heard of that. I've heard of. I don't know, man. But still, like even somebody coming up. I mean, like I said, would you do that? Would you go up to a young guy and be like, "Hey, man, you suck, bro. Give it up. Like, don't do that again, or don't. Hey, man, like just don't come back, or you're not kind of welcome." It's like,
no, I would go up to a kid and be like, "Hey, man, you want to join the Navy?"
Yeah, you could do that too. I've gotten like I was DJing, I got booed off. Motherfuckers booed me off. They're like, boo.
Where did they boo you
at? Boo, huh?
Where at?
In the Navy. I was like out to sea DJing, trying to pick up motherfuckers' morale and shit.
Holy shit! And they would boo your DJ set?
They booed me off.
Wow.
My set was like a little, maybe I guess too old school, I guess. And they wanted like trap.
What were you playing?
They wanted just new age trap. They wanted just like new trap.
But what were you playing though?
I don't know, man. From what I remember, like,
were you playing Marvin Gaye?
Nah, I was playing some good shit. I thought about what I was playing. I just, like I said, didn't fit it, and then they fucking booed me off. But like, I even laughed when they booed me off. Like when they booed me off, I was like, you know what? Like you said,
they hated your Spotify.
Basically, that was a group though. That was a group hating on like yours was just like one specific person came up to you and said like. You know, like, hey.
I don't think I've ever been booed off stage.
Yeah, I got booed off. Like,
there you go. There you got one up on me. Not even doing comedy, just
doing music. Yeah,
just playing your Spotify playlist. That's all you do.
No, I had hard drives at the time. Which was like I had like a lot of saved up or whatever. So I mean, I had a lot of music that was saved up, but like I said, well, now it's not the DJ. Now it's the podcast.
Go.
So
you're just a different kind of mixer.
Yeah, pretty much. But like I said, I mean, it goes back to what you were saying earlier. Like, yeah, I mean, you need that little rough spot to fucking. I mean, I got. And this is right before I left the Navy. My enlistment was up, so to top it off, I got booed off on one of the biggest.
Yeah, you know what? I got booed. I'm gonna quit the Navy now.
Well, no, my enlistment was done. I had to fucking leave. I had to leave. So I left on a good note, you know.
Yeah, it's even worse. Like I put off stage and they told me to leave the Navy.
But see, it was another DJ and I. We were always competing because we would compete on getting little spots. So like when we pull into certain ports, we pull in and then like wherever local spot that the Navy had base wise, I would always run to them and be like, "Yo, can I DJ?" And they're like, "Yeah." And then that guy would run, "Yo, can I DJ?" And I would either open up and then he would come off like, "Hey, can I DJ? I'm DJing after you at 10. I'm like, so that means I gotta get the fuck off then, right? Yeah. And it was like, damn, man, like it was like, oh, so I would make it up with shit like that. And then at times before I would fucking have to repeat shit. I would have to repeat trap because it wasn't really accessible. Yeah, I had access to internet, but I wasn't accessible to fucking new music, all that was coming out. And plus I was overseas. And you can't really get new music, and you really don't have.
So what were you playing though?
Man, I would play like EDM. I play like Lil Jon, shots. I would play fucking LMFAO. Fucking.
What year was this?
Shit, this is like 2010, 11, 12.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is like where things were kind of cool, but then not because we were still. I mean. Like I said, we were still busy.
Were you around when Vine was around?
I don't know about Vine.
Okay, then. No, it was way before that. God damn, you're old.
Hey, fuck you. I am. I look young.
You're too old in the Navy.
Yeah, but no, I mean, but I took advantage of time to like because see then I had also DJ'd in China too though.
That's pretty cool.
And I had ice
Did you
thrown.
play the same music in China?
Yeah, I had ice thrown at me in
You're like,
China.
yo, the Chinese love this music. I'm gonna bring it over to America.
No. It was funny thing was a European dude that grabbed ice and threw it at me. He said, "Hey, learn how to mix." And I was like, "Hey, bro, like I'm trying to mix with 2 laptops. Like,
dude, you know how hard this is? I'm trying to email my
press
girl
start,
on
I
Yahoo
gotta
Messenger right now.
I gotta
Come
press
on.
stop and press pause and then start this one and then turn on the volume on this one and then raise this. Like, yeah. And then I have to, like, yeah, sorry, bro. I'm not, this is before, I don't have CD DJ, dog. I'm living in China.
CD DJ.
Y'all don't have a fucking, like, guitar center. Y'all have, like, multiple flea markets here. Y'all don't even have, like.
Man.
So, yeah, man. So, like.
Y'all get with the times. Yeah.
So, yeah, I had my fair share of fucking, like, trying to get out there, man. Like, and then now, I guess, now it's just a podcast. I feel more comfortable with the podcast.
You can mix this anytime.
Yeah.
You can mix this, you can mix that, and you can mix that.
And see, that's the thing. Like, my crazy ass has always been constant. Like, I don't know. I have to have, like, multiple things going on in order to, like, kind of be leveled in a way. So, like, me, like you said, learning about all this bullshit and the sound, tweaking it,
I think it's cool that you're doing it yourself.
Yeah,
but you could just pay somebody.
Yeah, I could. I've thought. Well, no, there's that the guy that actually, like I said, I was always leading up to it, man. And like the pandemic happened, I tried to rush it, and it didn't. I didn't really succeed to rush it like how I pictured it. Like this is how I pictured it now, but at the time of the pandemic, but it wasn't gonna happen because, like, it's just. Yeah, it was just like I mean, actually, the pandemic really just slowed a lot of shit down. So my point was like I don't know, getting all the things together, learning how to put it together. Doing I don't know. I'm going farther. I'm gonna go farther than this, but the basis of it, like I said, I go back to the DJing because it's almost the same shit. You got to keep things flowing. You can't stop. You can't have no pauses. You can't.
Yeah.
You got to keep the conversation going, whether what it is, whatever.
Exactly.
Got to keep just keep digging and digging. Like I said, my other co-host, Ahmad, which is, he.
Where's he at right now? Where's Ahmad?
I don't know.
Ahmad, you listen to this? Where you at, man?
I don't know.
Is he gonna be mixing this?
No, I'm gonna share it to him tomorrow.
Yeah, say that to him. Ahmad, we hate you. Okay, we hate you because you're not here right now.
Yeah, he needs to be here. But yeah, he's another one that's kind of put me out there to like kind of. I watch how he digs and interviews and stuff like that. So, but see, like also, I don't know. I've always been in retail, so my experience goes towards always just talking to fucking people, and watching people, and being observant, people watching and shit. So.
Okay, so being a creep, you're an expert in being a creep. I get it.
Well, an international creep.
International. That's even better.
Because even when I was overseas, you still had to be careful too, though.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Like how? How would you be careful?
Well, I blended in because I just look fucking diverse. Apparently, people don't know what the fuck I am, so it went from that to just being like
you're you are racially confusing. We get it.
Yeah, but if I was one specific race, either white or some crazy shit like that, like meaning just one, if I was just one specific race, then I would just be out there, and then those are the ones I feel like when you're overseas. Yeah, they kind of pinpoint you. So I kind of just blended in.
So like when you walk there, you're like, oh, he's Chinese, obviously.
Or mixed, whatever.
Yeah, some Asian.
Until he says whatever word, then I know that he's American, or I know that this and that. And I would just keep my mouth shut.
Now, what was a person's face when they thought you were like Filipino and you start talking American, or you're speaking American, and what's their reaction? They're like,
Yeah, but no, American. That was my reaction. But they were like, hey, ni hao ma, it would be more like they were speaking Mandarin. Ni hao ma, like, no.
Okay. So I'm gonna be you, and you be that person, and just come up to me and just be like,
Or they'd just be like, Nihama, Nihama.
No, American.
Yeah. Nihama. And like, you're saying hello. You know, and then, but no, well, see, the only Chinese I really learned was like getting into cabs and telling them how to get me to places. Because if you didn't learn how to get to places, then they would fucking take advantage of you.
There you go. Hey, ladies, if you're looking for somebody to get in cabs with in China, Daniel's your man.
I still know that area too.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I still know that area like pretty
Right.
fucking well. Yeah, I know man after that, but it was really weird there. But. So anyway, I guess we got a little off subject because I think we went up to like how long we were recording. See, now we're going to like 7 minutes. Yeah. See how this shit flows? Yeah,
It just flows, man.
So man, how you like the setup, man? Like,
Just I love it.
yeah, you want to come back, huh?
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Hell yeah. I want to come back with Ahmad here though.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, there's a few other guys that I think are pretty interesting that you would want to meet.
Man, I do love talking to people. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Like I have my own podcast. It's called It's Been a Minute. So I haven't put out any episodes yet, but I do have a video on YouTube that I put up. It's just me talking for about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And for the whole idea for that podcast, it's just like me talking about myself, my problems, my insecurity, my life, and stuff like that, and just trying to crack out jokes in between too, and just try to see what I can make fun of, just like in the moment type stuff.
Yeah.
Because like I do write, and sometimes I write in a notebook, I write on a computer.
Yeah.
I also write on stage too, so I'm just always doing something.
Yeah.
Trying to have some fun whenever I'm on stage.
So this week, like you said, you're having some shows this week.
So this week I have a show at Secret Group, Friday, 10 p.m. It's called Best of Secret Group.
Yeah.
That one's gonna be fun. It's like the Secret Group just opened up after the pandemic. It's been like a month
You said
almost.
that's Friday?
That's this Friday.
Yeah.
But it's been almost a month since they opened, and like the first night packed out, elbow to elbow. You can't get in the room. Like it was crazy. It was a great night.
Yeah.
It's been doing great ever since.
Good, man. Yeah. And like I told you, I'm slowly gonna make it back. I don't know when.
You say that now.
I need to.
Hey,
I mean, like I said.
See you in another year, okay? Don't worry.
Well, no, but that's the whole other point with this podcast too. Is just kind of keep it going. Keep it going.
This is good too, man. I mean, like it's content.
Yeah.
It's content. As long as you're doing something.
Yeah, when I get on there, like I said, like I don't know. So yeah, no, and then so that's going on. And then what else is going on?
My open mic that I host and I run with my co-host Enrique.
Yeah.
Who's Mike? Sunday, 8:00. Every Sunday at 8:00, and then Quick Fix or Showcase for comics doing 15 minutes. We got some great comics in the lineup. We got Antonio Aguilar, Matt Jolly Rogers.
Yeah.
We got Jesse Saldana and Josh Stokes.
Nice.
And we might even have a special guest. You never know. Like, never know who might show up. So we'll see.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a good show. And Enrique and I go on stage at the same time when we started out. So we do a double hosting set.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So that's pretty exciting. I get some things
It's
going.
something different, you know? Because sure, we can do it by ourselves on stage, but I would rather just have us on there talking first, just so you can get to know us, because we're showcasing ourselves too.
Yeah.
And then, like, I mean, he's really funny.
Yeah.
He's really funny.
Yeah, I've seen his podcast. Like I said, like, he's one of the podcasts I was watching to see how I wanted my shit to be.
That's
And I
good.
kind of saw this, kind of saw how he felt. And how like he had like a little setup, like, you know.
You know what would be
Setup, whatever.
better though?
What's that? Yeah, the other side.
If you had a camera, one pointing at me and then one pointing at you.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, definitely.
That would be better, just at our faces. Because like this isn't an attractive look for me.
Nah,
I want to say that right now. Okay, would I fuck me? Yes, but right now I'm not considering it.
You're not the
okay?
first who said that. Yeah, I've had my other.
You see, that's because
whatever. But yeah, it's all good though.
we cross our man.
You gotta get the real of you.
In your arms. When you got your arms closed,
you get the real of you.
because you're very low confident.
It's the real. It's the
Got
real
no confidence.
This is Joe. That's the real Joe. This is Joe.
Letting it all hang out. Right
Joe.
now. Yeah, this is me.
I said that shit today. Actually, I'm kind of thinking about something where I said like, like a beautiful woman, who doesn't want a beautiful woman, but I want a woman that's just a woman that like works, does normal shit, that doesn't have that lifestyle of just not doing
Okay,
nothing.
so you want your woman to be a human being, okay?
I mean, like I want a woman to be like a regular person, like not something like where she thinks she's like obligated or like, obligated to be because.
What do you mean by obligated?
Like she like because like I'm this or that, like I'm like I deserve this type of treatment because I look this way or that way, It's more like, just like, hey, you're doing your own thing, but at the same time, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real with you right now. I lost my virginity in my early 20s.
Yeah.
So I did. When I was younger, I was like sheltered, and I used to play video games all the time. I used to be at home and not doing shit and not talking to girls. But for some reason, I was just like, I know I look like this, but I'll get a beautiful woman. Don't worry. Never happened. Never happened.
No,
And like, so
I can help you.
I would know. Why are we going back to this? I'm not looking for advice. I'm trying to get to the funny here. Okay, it's not therapy.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry. That's just my.
Oh my God, man! You watch more and you're like, man, I can save you right now. Okay, don't worry, I got you. I'll be the father. Don't worry, that'll be me.
Well, no. Okay, good. I'm sorry.
No. That's funny though. It's very funny. I like it. It's very sweet too. Like that means you're a good person, okay? Because I would do the same for you. I'll just keep talking, and then when I leave, I will forget everything about this situation. No, but it was a crazy thing. And like just growing up, and I was always thinking like, why can't I get a girl? Why can't I get a girl? And then when I started doing comedy, I had a bet with a comic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he found out that I was a virgin still. When I first started comedy, it was in my first year. And he was like, we're going to make a bet right now, okay? I was like, okay, what? And he was like, either you have sex by the end of this year or you quit comedy.
Oh, wow.
And I was such a fucking, like, naive kid. I was like, oh, shit, I got to quit comedy? Fuck, I got to get laid right now. Okay, cool. The following 2 weeks later, I was at a bar one day. And I'm hanging out, I'm talking. It's after an open mic, and we're just out at the bar, right? Then this girl comes in. Now, let me describe you this woman. I'll describe to you this woman. She, first of all, she had blonde hair, she had blue eyes, she had glasses, and she was over 350 pounds. Okay, she was a big one. Okay. She was a big one. I call her my white whale. I call her my white whale, so you can call me Ishmael. Okay, that was a Moby Dick reference. Now, she was big. She was a big one. And for some reason, she started talking to the bartender, which is my friend, and they start arguing. Then the bartender walks off, and I was like, hey, let me just start talking to her. Couple, like an hour later or something, we're talking. Then the bartender just hands me a drink. And I told him I wasn't drinking that night. Yeah. But he just starts handing me drinks, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Fucking. So I started drinking because I didn't think, oh, maybe something could happen, right? Right. So she goes to the bathroom. And I go over to my friends, like other comics, and I was like, hey, I think something could happen with this girl. Now, mind you, I've never had sex before. I don't know. I've never been in this type of situation before. So I go up to them. I was like, hey, I think I could get with her. Right? Yeah. So they're like, hey, why don't you take her to the green room? Right? So she comes back outside. I'm like, hey, do you want to go somewhere more, intimate, more quiet? She's like, where do you want to go? I was like, oh, we can go to the green room. Come on. So I take her to the green room. Right. We start making out. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. It was wild. It's the first time I'm making out with a girl, and I'm just like, God damn it, if only I could get my arms all the way around her. Maybe that would be cool. I was just like this the whole time. I was very uncomfortable too, because I was just like, okay, I guess this is kissing. What the fuck? So next thing I know, like we're talking again, and she's like, I'm like, you want to get out of here? She's like, finish your drink. So I grab my drink, chug that thing, right? I'm like, okay, cool. Do you want to go now? And she hands me her drink. Right. She's like, finish your drink. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, cool. So I drink that. Then I'm like, do you want to get out of here? She's like, yeah, sure, let's go. Mm-hmm. So we start walking outside. I'm holding her hand. I'm feeling like a cool guy. Meanwhile, the comics that I asked to take her to the green room were laughing their asses off with this girl and me walking by, right? So we're outside and we're in the parking lot and we're holding hands. And the moment she gets to my car, she pulls off and she looks at me and she's like, "You're not gonna murder me, are you?" And I was like, who asked that when you're going to somebody's, like, don't you ask before you get to their car? Like, isn't that the type of question?
Yeah,
I was just like,
at the moment.
Yeah, I was like, well, I wasn't before, but now that you said that, like something like that.
Yeah.
No, I was like, no, I'm not trying to murder you and stuff like that. I was like, okay, if you want, we can go to another bar.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, sure. So we go to a bar further down. This is where I fucked up. Because I started drinking whiskey.
Yeah.
Now I grab my whiskey, I get her one, and we're sitting down, we're making out again. I'm drinking. I'm like, "Do you want to get out of here now?" She's like, "Finish your drink." Finish mine. She hands me hers again. This feels like a rape scene, and I'm on the other side of it for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I'm like, what's going on right now? Like, so I finished it. She's like, "Okay, you're ready. Let's go back to my place." I was like, "Okay, cool." So I drove her back to her place. We go upstairs, and I forgot to bring condoms. I had condoms in a glove box.
Yeah.
Forgot to bring them because I've never done this before. So I was just like, I'll be good. So we're upstairs. She's like, "I'm gonna go get ready." She goes to the bathroom. I'm like, "Cool, bet." I take off my clothes. We're on the bed. We're making out now, right?
Yeah.
She grabs the top of my head and she starts pushing me down gently, right? And the moment she does that, I'm like, "What's that smell?" It's like, "What?" So yeah, we're making out. She pushes my head down and I start to smell something.
Mm-hmm.
So I go further down. The further down I go, the worse the smell's getting, right? Mm-hmm. And the moment my nose rubs her clit on her vagina, I take a huge whiff. I'm like, that's where the smell is coming from.
And then what happened?
Oh, look, it smelled like her vagina was the dumpster outside of a seafood restaurant, and I was the homeless guy going for his first meal of the day. That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like, man.
This microphone always represents me.
Look. My tongue was a Marine, okay? My tongue was a Marine, and her labia, the beaches of Normandy. And it was D-Day, and I went down on her for my country, just like you served your country. So where's my Purple Heart, goddammit? Because I got injured that day because she gave me 2 STDs, okay? She gave me gonorrhea and chlamydia.
Which are curable, right?
Which were curable, which I took medication for, yes. And now I call her vagina the bread factory, not because she was a wealthy prostitute, but because she had a remarkable yeast infection, okay? That's what that was.
Wow. That story just went yeah.
And now I'm centered.
Yeah. And now this is the days of our lives.
Wow, that's a great story. I love telling that story.
No, that would be seriously, in my mind right now, I just picture it. Now that's the days of our lives. And then the ending credits, which is not many credits, but just going up. And they're
no, ending credits. Yeah. That's how a TV show works.
And then the whole time capsule, the whole days of our lives. Wow.
Yeah, that was the first time.
Wow.
That was wild.
I think that's a harder life than, you went from A-Leaf to,
eating out fat bitches.
That's just oh my God. and you caught two STDs. Oh my God. Yeah.
I went from A-Leaf to eating out fat bitches. All right.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
No, but, life is life,
And right after I ate a pussy, my credit score went up. Immediately. I was just wow.
Life is life.
Oh my God, it's so dumb.
But see now, I don't know. You know, should we end the podcast on that note, or
We can end it here. You want to talk some more? Or what? Like, how long has it been? Almost 2 hours. You see, like fucking like nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, this seems like a good spot to stop. And on a high note.
Yeah, that's definitely a high note. Yeah, that was very interesting.
Yeah.
I would say that's part one of Joe.
Yeah, that is one part of my life. Yeah.
Part one. There's more parts to come.
Yeah. Yeah, there is more to Joe. If you're listening, there is more to me. So if you want more of Joe on the podcast, just comment below. Say more Joe.
There you go.
Or comment on the right there. Comment right there on the left or on your right. Say something, please. Say something.
But yeah, man. At least you got to see the place.
Yeah, it's a good spot. I love the studio. Studio's great.
Yeah, like I said, it's in the works. I've been saying that for the last few episodes. It's in the works, but considering life and everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, thanks for coming on, bro.
Yeah. If you want more of me,
yeah, man.
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Facebook Joe Esquivel, Instagram and Twitter at the Jocosity. That's TheJoeCosity. I also have Who's Mic every Sunday. It's an open mic. The sign up, it's an email sign up. You sign up at libertystationopenmic@gmail.com. If it's your first time, come on, just sign up. Come on, try it out. It's a good time. Quick Fix, June 24th, 10 p.m. Get your tickets now. They're on Eventbrite. That's going to be a good show. That's going to be a really good show. What else? Oh, Friday, Best of Secret Group, 10 p.m. And just, what's up? Just say what's up if you want to.
Hell yeah, dude. Thanks, Joe, man. Thanks for coming out, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
This was fun.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Yeah. All right, man. So yeah, guys, TST podcast. That's episode 8. Next episode, I don't even know when it's gonna come, but it is coming. And then until next time, and Joe's definitely coming back, man. He's part of the TST fan. So, all right, man. Appreciate it, bro. Later, bro.
Later.